That was something big.
Is that a croc?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Clearly the water is full of crocodiles.
This is exactly where the crocs will be. I don't know what I can do to scare them. I'm off.
Man has always battled nature in a bid to conquer it. I'm explorer Ed Stafford, and I've put myself through extreme tests of endurance and isolation to become a survival expert. But surviving on my own, in the middle of nowhere, with just a camera, has become well within my comfort zone.
That was easy.
I want to evolve, to take things a step further and find out what I'm really made of. So I've decided to go up against the world's toughest survivalists.
Good luck, Ed. You'll need it.
If you're not ready, you'll get taken out.
A head-to-head race over miles of hostile terrain in a bid to prove to myself that I am top of my game.
But this feels very, very dangerous now!
It's not about beating my chest. It's about taking my skill set to the next level in the most authentic, realistic survival challenge possible.
Next up, I'm facing former Royal Marine Aldo Kane in the croc-infested mangrove swamps of Borneo.
I've come here to the jungle to beat Ed Stafford at his own game. Survival expert versus jungle expert. We'll see who comes out on top. Ed Stafford, you invited me to take you on head-to-head. That's a decision you're going to regret.
I'm fascinated to see who wins in this competition. Aldo's a former Royal Marine. He knows his stuff, and importantly for this environment, he's extraordinarily fit.
I'm fit and strong. I can graze through most things. But having said that, I'm up against one of the best survivalists, and Ed is mega fit as well, you know. I guess we're just going to have to see what happens.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Good. We need to stop meeting in places like this.
Good, mate. Ready for this?
Yeah?
It's gonna be a bit of a beast, though.
Yeah, it looks hard.
I have a huge amount of respect for the Royal Marines. I attempted to become a Royal Marine officer when I was younger and didn't get in. To go up against someone like Aldo, it's going to test me massively, yeah.
The mangrove is specifically going to be one of the toughest in terms of the environment, which is why you're here.
Jungle training in the Marines is quite a long, drawn-out process, but the #1 rule is you don't fight the jungle. You will lose. And the second rule about jungles is you never go in mangrove areas.
Aldo, I think, is going to be one of the toughest competitors. I really do think with this challenge that Ed is sort of exercising a few personal demons. Maybe he's hoping, well, if I can beat a Royal Marine, then I am, you know, proving that I could have been a Royal Marine.
I've asked my old friend Woody to design a course that will push both of us to the limits of our abilities. After a distinguished career training elite soldiers to operate in hostile environments, Woody knows a thing or two about survival.
We're going to be dropping Ed and Aldo literally out to sea. And they're going to have to swim ashore. Once they get ashore, they're going to have to negotiate mangrove swamps, tributaries full of crocodiles, and then get into the jungle proper. Once they get in there, they're going to head north. Then they're looking for an observation tower. That's where I'll be meeting them. First man out will be the winner. Ed and Aldo will be trekking over 100 kilometres with nothing but a machete. On a course designed to mimic Special Forces training at the elite jungle warfare school located here on Borneo. You really do have to take in this information about the croc threat. You know, that is a very, very real threat. Basically, if you, in your heads, that water is electrified. Yeah, if you go in that water, you're going to get a shock.
My game plan is to smash it.
Good luck, Aldo.
Time to get in there and beat Stafford.
Going to get in line. I'm jumping in the water and I'm going.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. The bottom isn't solid at all. It's just mud.
So right down here on the front, you have the red mangrove that has the very long sort of root systems that reach down and into the mud. Getting stuck in that mud is going to be incredibly unnerving. I think very, very quickly they're going to realise just what a hell they're in.
What we're walking over now is this sort of wall of thick, tangled mangrove roots I've got to get over. Moving fast over this ground is possible, but I'm taking quite a lot of risks at the moment in terms of slips and falls. But I just want to put some distance between me and Aldo.
Smells of rot everywhere. The smell is hydrogen sulfide. It can kill you. Build-up of breaking down organic matter. That might be me that's the decaying organic matter shortly. You need a massive sense of humour to be able to work through here. If I'm feeling it, Stafford's definitely feeling it.
The mud stinks, it's disgusting. I really care about this competition. I did fail to get into the Royal Marines. I was absolutely devastated about it at the time. Now, there's something about going up against a Royal Marine which has brought it bubbling up to the surface, and I want to win. I properly want to win.
This is deep. This is classic croc snatching territory here. Is it worth taking a risk? I'm already starting to shake thinking about it.
You know, the worst-case scenario for these guys in there is having an encounter with a crocodile, and if you just happen to be in the wrong place, they can just launch out with explosive speed, and it's game over.
I'm off. I'm gonna have to use some of these vines. All right. I'm right over the middle.
There is a broken tree up ahead. Literally a branch that has just snapped and formed a natural bridge over the river. And if I can get across this channel, then this obstacle's out the way. Ants everywhere. I just need to pray that this branch doesn't disconnect from the main tree. Otherwise, I'm straight down into the water. That worked. All right, let's go. Let's make some ground north.
There's nothing like the motivation of having crocs in the water to make you get out fairly quickly. But I have learned maybe not use dead trees for crossing croc-infested water.
Tide is now coming in quite fast. Clearly the water is full of crocodiles. I would say I've got about an hour left of light maximum. I need to start thinking about finding somewhere to tuck up for the night.
I don't have a huge amount of time. The sun's getting low in the sky. Albeit I'm not making any more of a shelter than just a platform to lie on. As far as skills and drills go, Ed's done a shed load more survival stuff than I have. And I've done a lot more jungle schlepping than Ed, potentially. And I don't think any of that matters here. I think the mangrove is a complete leveler. Thankfully, I'm fairly short as well, so I only need a few pulls. I'm tired now.
It is now almost dark, and I need to tuck myself up in one of these trees. There's a tree straight through there with almost like a Y-shaped branch, and that's what I'm going to aim for. I'm just slightly worried that if I do fall asleep, have that chance, I'm actually going to fall out of here into the water, so I'm literally just taking my belt. In Africa, I've heard stories of people using their belt to stop them falling out of trees when there's been lions below. It's a different apex predator, but the risk is still the same.
Patrolling basically around the mangroves, just keeping an eye on the guys. The boat driver says he just saw a croc as we were passing. It's a very real danger. Sleeping out here, you've got to get yourself very high up into the canopy.
I'm strapped in. Last night was one of the worst nights I've ever had. I can't have got more than maybe 45 minutes sleep. But today's a new day. Can't help but be aware that Aldo is smashing it through the mangroves. Therefore, it is so difficult to stay calm and stay centered when you know that somebody else is racing you. And I cannot let that get the better of me. Come on, Ed, let's go.
It's the second day of the challenge. Aldo seems to have really pushed on ahead of Ed. Aldo may have used his jungle knowledge to pick the right path.
You never feel that rested when you're sleeping out like this. Well, that's the problem with being in such a hostile environment, that your brain is so on edge and it's so queued up, so ready for action. I just need to smash through.
Both guys took off yesterday, a bit bull in the china shop. They just went for it. At some point, they're going to need to stop and take stock of the situation. It's just going to be absolutely energy sapping in there.
There's a snail-looking thing over here. And this could be my first meal. What I do know is that because this is saltwater, I can risk eating it raw. There's a lot less harmful things in marine animals than there are in river animals, and as disgusting as this looks, this is meat. This is fats and proteins, and this is actually going to give me energy. Now, anything that I can get down me is a win. It smells like mangrove swamp. I've got to take every opportunity to eat as much as I can. That wasn't very nice.
It's just everything in the mangroves takes so much time. It's like quicksand, just so debilitating. Pushing into the different mangroves. These are the roots of the black mangrove, and what they do is these effectively let it breathe when the tide goes out. This place here is flat. Means that I can get up some good speed.
You can see the glint of the sun there. So obviously sun rises in the east. I'm heading north. The mangrove is just getting thicker and thicker. You can see through there's a lighter tree colour. That is not a mangrove. And I've just got to get across it. Come on, you can do this. I think I've broken free of the mangroves. That is land. I am out of the mangroves. My feet are on solid ground. It feels different, it feels fresh. It feels like a forest. The ground actually does slope down. In front, just down there, there's water. If I turn round to my right, down there, there's water. There's water all around me. No. No, 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 no. Still in the middle of the mangroves, but I'm on an island. I'm not out of the mangroves yet.
The tide's just starting to come back in now. I'm going to end up being stranded. Try and keep moving.
Come on.
That takes a lot out of you. I don't have much more energy. Maybe Ed's found a better way of navigating.
Termites on the move. To not see the things around you, isn't it? It's all too easy to smash through the jungle without even paying attention to nature. And maybe for me, I need to start behaving in a way that's harnessing nature rather than just using brute force and ignorance.